I had to go into settings and set it to private. That's why. I didn't know if. I don't know. I guess if I can remember in the future, I would have to change that setting before connecting the camera.
Sit down while they're on half and see if I can get the university roster.
You want to test audio real quick before you do that?
Yeah, sure. Testing.
I think we got to turn our mics on.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Do you hear yourself at all? Or no?
I can, and I can hear you.
You can hear me as well?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself. Maybe that's because... Hello.
There you go, yeah.
What'd that do? Turn me louder?
Yeah.
Sorry, is it too loud?
No.
Tell me where. Is that okay?
I would say, can you hear yourself now?
Oh, here we go. I think this... Yeah, here, I can hear myself now, yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. Is that a good...
I think so. Do you think so?
Yeah. Oh, that's the master. We'll go like smack dab in the middle. I don't want to be louder than you.
I think that sounds good.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, in my ears, we sound pretty equal to each other.
Can you say something else? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
not delayed like Facebook.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Sweet.
So the red ones are us, right?
Yep, the red ones are us. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The South Union Township Supervisors presents the South Union Township Sports Network today from Laurel Highlands High School. It's high school basketball as the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs take on the University Lady Hawks. Hi, everybody. This is Joshua Scully alongside this afternoon Carl Childs. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, Joshua Scully and Carl Childs here with you this afternoon. This game had been moved up, was originally scheduled for an evening tip, a 7 p.m. tip, now a 2 p.m. tip. And Carl, the reason for that, of course, is this impending snowstorm that is closing in our area. Right now, the snow is already falling in Pennsylvania, not quite falling yet here in Fayette County, but we're expecting to see the snow begin to fall even before the conclusion of the first half of play here this afternoon. Again, we're looking at about a 2 p.m. tip. Certainly snow across the Uniontown area by 2:30 p.m. And Carl, what I found to be fascinating about that is that traditionally, I should say maybe typically, in recent memory, the National Weather Service had gotten to the habit of naming winter storms to increase the public's awareness about that storm system. If the system had a name, you may be more likely to remember the reports about that storm. The last storm that we had come through was Winter Storm Chan. And I looked at the list. The National Weather Service has already published the list of names that they will use this winter season. The next storm should be Devon. They go in alphabetical order. Then Ezra, then Fern, then Gianna, Hernando, Iona, etc. The list goes on all the way to Z, which would be Zeb.
Zeb.
If we get that far this year. So I thought maybe we could think about creating, during the course of this broadcast, a name for this winter storm. I do want to limit us to D's because it would be D, but it's not officially been named Devon yet. So here's my thought. I thought, in honor of our good friend Bill Dice, we could go back a letter and call this winter storm Bill, and then I thought, wait a second, his last name starts with a D. It works perfectly. It could be Winter Storm Dice. Winter Storm Dice bearing down on Uniontown, Pennsylvania right now, and if Bill was listening, maybe that'll bring a smile to his face. Winter Storm Dice, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared. 5 to 8 inches of snow across our area. We are in a winter storm warning. It was upgraded from a watch to a warning yesterday. Some areas of Fayette County, Carl, could see a foot of snow, and wouldn't you know it, this University Hawks team has a young lady on the roster named Abigail Blizzard.
How you like that?
We could see a blizzard on the court, not just outside.
That's great. Bringing the snow indoors for some high school basketball.
The Lady Mustangs today will be dressed in their home whites with red and blue trim, a red number. Once this one gets underway, they'll be working left to right across your device, and the University Hawks will be working right to left. They are dressed in I'm using their actual language from the school website, a crimson, black, and old gold uniform. That shade of gold on the trim work is old gold, crimson and black for the Lady Hawks coming to us from University. Here's the starting lineups for you today. We're going to start with that University team. Starting lineup for Sammy Lusk's 2-1 squad will look like this. Number 1, Taylor Van Scoy. Number 3, Whitney Cox. Number 4, Bree Fox. Number 5, Cheyenne Bischoff. And number 11, Isabella Hall. The Lady Hawks come into this contest 2-1, Carl. They have actually not lost on the road yet this season as the captains come to center court to meet just before Mr. Guthrie. Mr. Guthrie did have a message for us, Carl, when I went to the score table before the game. He asked that we only have him in frame in the most flattering angles to him. So just keep that in mind. I said Carl was very good, so Carl can probably make that happen, and I promised I would let you know.
I'll do my best. No promises, though.
So University has not lost on the road yet this season. They've gone to Fairmont Senior. Marion County, West Virginia has 3 high schools: Fairmont Senior, East Fairmont, North Marion. They played Fairmont Senior, won that game 64-36, defeated Bridgeport, that's Harrison County, West Virginia, 62-28. But then they had an opportunity to host who is their rival, the Morgantown Mohegans, and they lost that game just recently, 70-31. Morgantown, West Virginia, has two high schools that really service that greater Morgantown area. Morgantown handles parts of the city, and then the Star City region, University, is other parts of West Virginia, other parts of Monongalia County, including some areas of Morgantown, and then Westover. So that's how that region is divided. The city of Morgantown seeing that rivalry play out, of course, in virtually every sport between University and Morgantown. And I'm told we have a significant Morgantown audience joining us today. Thank you for joining us from the Mountain State here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We certainly appreciate that. We were able to get this link out to the university coaches, and they shared it. And I happen to know a few people who have students at university, and they were aware of the link by the time I even text them. So the word is out, and thank you if you're joining us from West Virginia today. We certainly appreciate that very much. And the teams are going to make their way onto the floor right now as Mr. Jason Taylor introduces them. And we're going to pause briefly, Carl, here on the South Union Township Sports Network as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network this afternoon. Joshua Scully here with you alongside Carl Childs. Carl also operating the camera for us as he so often does and does so very well. Here's the starting lineup for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs today. The Lady Mustangs will be starting a 5'7" freshman guard, number 1, Haven Harris, a 5'9" junior guard and forward, the very good number 5, Taylor Swartfeger. A 5'9" sophomore guard and forward, number 10, Chloe Price. A 5'8" senior forward and center, number 23, Maddie Brooks. And a 5'6" junior guard and forward, number 24, Isabella Paschke. That's your starting lineup for head coach Rick Hill. The Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs come into this one 1-3. Their victory at home not too long ago against the Albert Gallatin Lady Colonials, 43-31. They have suffered losses to Connellsville, Taylor Alderdice, and a very good South Park team. Their leading scorer this season is Taylor Swartfeger. She averages 9.8 points per game. Following her, Chloe Price, who averages 6.8. And the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs make their way onto the floor now. And we're just about to get underway here at Laurel Highlands High School. And Carl, just on cue, an update has come across to us from the National Weather Service in Pittsburgh. Now, of course, they're not using this terminology, but we're going to stick with that winter storm dice name for right now. Winter storm dice, as it stands in this part, is from the National Weather Service. The eastern part of Fayette County, the eastern portion of the county, could see 12 to 18 inches of snow in a worst-case scenario. The National Weather Service says a 15 to 20% chance of that happening. Winter storm dice is upon us. Here's the tip. It's going to be Whitney Cox in the center circle with Chloe Price, and Cox will win the tip, and the University Lady Hawks will enjoy an initial possession here to get us started. This is Cox, a big throw across to Bischoff. One flies here toward the bucket, no good. Quick rebound, though, for Bree Fox, and then the Lady Mustangs able to take the ball away, and so nothing going for University with their first possession. Taylor Swartfager, who is so exciting to watch, going to move the ball our way to Haven Harris. Back up top, that was Price, giving to Swartfager. Top of the key look here now for Maddie Brooks, who averages 4 points a game. They bring it this way to Price. Price going to work off the baseline to the near wing. Trying to float an entry pass in there to Taylor Swartfager, and Whitney Cox knocks the ball away. Check that. Not Whitney Cox. That was, in fact, number 5, Cheyenne Bischoff, who knocks the ball away. Baseline give here from the Essen Phillies to Chloe Price. Price looking for a target. This one's going to get away, and that's an over and back call. So no score after 53 seconds of play here inside the Harold Horst Taylor Memorial Gymnasium. Good crowd.
This is the first Laurel Highlands girls game I've got to do this year, and there's been a big turnover rate for the roster. And from what we're seeing so far, it seems like they have pretty good ball movement.
Yeah, so far so good. Sans that made 3 from Bree Fox. But otherwise, the Lady Mustangs are rolling with a new look here. Some of these players, of course, were on the team last year, but some of those marquee players, if you will, have graduated and moved on. Certainly this girls basketball team here at Laurel Highlands has been superb over the last few seasons. Some great postseason runs. Some great matchups. I can recall even right now some great games against Elizabeth Ford, against South Park. Here's a good-looking drive here by Swartfager, and she is going to be fouled as she gets to the near block by Whitney Cox. (3-0) your score. Swartfager will step up to the foul line to shoot 2. Swartfager again averaging 9.8 points per game so far this season. First one's on the way, goes in and out. Laurel Highlands coached by Rick Hill. He's assisted by Ryan Swartfager and Mike Irwin. Sammy Lusk kneeling down near the baseline. He's the head coach of the University Lady Hawks. The second one does go, and the Lady Mustangs are on the board with 6:31 to play, and they're going to offer some pressure here. Quick pass to Cox from Fox, and now they're looking to get back to Fox, and they lose her there. The Lady Mustangs come up with the ball. Here's Swartfager operating out of the corner to Harris. Harris now to Price on the far elbow. Price, little drive, and she's going to be fouled on the way in. I think they have number 1, Taylor Van Schooy, on this. No, they'll call it against 4, Bree Fox. Either way, Chloe Price, who averages nearly 7 points per game, will step up to the foul line. First shot on the way for Price, a beauty. 3-2 now your score. Laurel Highlands with Harris and Brooks in on the paint for a rebound. No rebound necessary. Price gets both. We've got a tie game with 6:10 to play in the first quarter. Floating pass coming this way to Hall. They go back to Fox, who's trying to direct some traffic. She gets it to Whitney Cox. Cox, a deep 3. No good there. Rebound going to be pulled down by Fox. Fox going to look inside, and the Lady Mustangs are going to take. No, Fox able to get a hand on it. So close to a turnover there. Pop-out pass, shot on the way from Hall. This one no good. Rebound, ripped down inside by number 23, Maddie Brooks. Brooks looking for help now. Good-looking rebound. just a second ago. She gets it to Price. Price across the timeline. Going to work to her left off the screen. Look at that. My goodness, that was textbook. And Swartfager could not get the shot to go. But what a beautiful pick and roll there. Long pass coming the other way to Fox. Fox going to circle around, take this one to the far wing. Goes up top to Whitney Cox. Cox, a native of Preston County, West Virginia, going to go back to Fox. Now she'll give a screen here. Ball goes to her. Cox sends one on the way. This one off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound going to be pulled out by the Lady Mustangs. This is Paschke. She's going to move it our way to Price. Price way up top, back near the L&H at the center of the court here. Looking to weave her way through. Collides with Cox, then moves it out to Harris. To the opposite wing now to Brooks. Nice move here by Maddie Brooks. Brooks gets inside. And Mr. Guthrie here, the baseline official, will say that's a held ball as Brooks collided with Taylor Van Scoy. And this one's going to stay with the Lady Mustangs. So far, Carl, this has been a good matchup. The Lady Mustangs here coming to play despite the difference in record between these two teams.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like we're in for a competitive game.
Cox gets the rebound. Before we went on air this afternoon, Carl and I discussed how it's difficult to try to guess how a game like this may play out. 3-point look on the way there from Bischoff gets knocked down. That's the first made basket we've seen in a while. Of course, the Lady Hawks opened this game up 3-0. They now lead 6-3 with 4:20 to play in the first quarter. Taylor Swartfager looking for the timeline, and she's going to have a pass go over top of Price's head. This one will come back to University. But we had mentioned how it's difficult to know how a game like this may play out. No mutual opponents, obviously. These teams from different states. Laurel Highlands, native to us here in Pennsylvania. University coming up from Monongalia County. Here's Cox, a big pass across the zone all the way over to Bischoff. Now back to Fox on the wing. Coming our way again, this one to Hall. Quick one to Cox. Whitney Cox, 3-ball on the way and good. And Whitney Cox makes this a 9-3 ball game. Good clean shot there for Whitney. Here's Price. Price going to lead this one ahead to Swartfager. Swartfager is going to be tied up briefly near the timeline. 3:41 to play and a 30-second timeout taken by Laurel Highlands. We'll take a moment now and share with you about the sponsors who have made this afternoon's broadcast possible. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, the Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. South Union Township today, the Sports Network would like to wish a happy birthday to American actor Jamie Foxx. Many of you familiar with Jamie Foxx and his roles in film and his work in the music industry over the years. Born today in 1967. Also celebrating a birthday today, some of you who have made your fantasy football playoffs may want to know this. Today is the birthday of Brock Bowers, born today in 2002. So if you have him, start him. He may be looking for a birthday celebration game.
He's the type of guy that could be a potential league winner, too.
Yes, he could. And there's a great-looking give inside to Paschke, who lays it in for two. And just like that, it's 9-5. And the Lady Mustangs certainly would love to see more of that. Fox, big pass here down to Bischoff. 3 on the way. And University has done all of their damage here outside the arc. Harris. Back to Price, coming our way to Swartfager. Nice pass here to Price. Price going to take the lane. Price goes up for 2. My goodness. What a great sequence there for the Lady Mustangs. Swartfager threads the needle, and Price drops one down, and it's 12-7. Lady Mustangs continuing to offer pressure here. Fox working against Swartfager. They move it out to Bischoff. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Rebound going to go to Hall. She gets it out to Whitney Cox. This 3-point look from the corner, no good. Rebound goes to Paschke. Paschke needs help, and the outlet is nearly jumped. Brooks is rushing over there to help, and Fox sticks a hand out at the last moment. This one is going to go to the University Lady Hawks as head coach Sammy Lusk shouts out the inbound play. Inbound look goes to Van Scoy. Van Scoy is going to get the bucket and the foul call here. And this one's going to go against Maddie Brooks. Van Scoy a chance for a three-point play. If she makes the shot, you could make the argument that all of University's scores here have been three-point plays. This is the old-fashioned way. Everything else coming outside the arc. There it is. 15-7.
It seemed like they're going to be a good shooting team for this game.
Yeah, they have not been afraid to shoot outside. Really, that has been their preferred look, as Chloe Price battling on the floor here at the timeline to save this one. And Mr. Guthrie signals this ball will stay with Laurel Highlands. Taylor Swartfager will step over and receive this one. She goes to the backcourt, gets this one to Paschke. Now we come our way to Harris. One more to Brooks. Brooks working sideline here against Bischoff. Bischoff reaching out for that ball, made some contact. But look at Swartfager inside off the glass. And that was a bang-bang sequence as Swartfager drops in a bucket and is fouled. And, Carl, that's really impressive in my mind as we see number 11, Madison Morosco, check in. Swartfager had tenths of a second to get that ball out of her hand. Off her cut, she's going under the glass. That was really, really quick on her part. She's going to have a chance here to shoot and possibly get this one back to 5. It's 15-9 now. Foul shot on the way. This one bounces down for Swartfager. She's 2 for 3 from the foul line tonight, and it's 15-10 here in quarter number 1. Coming back the other way, Hall needs help. She's going to float a pass out to Whitney Cox. Now a big one our way. Shooting from our corner this time is Bischoff, no good. And look at Brooks inside, ripping the rebound away from Hawks. And Whitney Cox is going to step out here near the G and Mustangs on the baseline to send this one in. Big high entry pass and then a quick swing into the corner. And this one is no good, coming from Rachel Patterson, who just checked in for University. They go right back to Patterson, but she wasn't ready for the ball, Carl. She was looking down the court. And this one gets away, and it's a lucky break here for the Lady Mustangs. We like that.
Absolutely. You got to take advantage of any opportunities you get within the game.
Chloe Price needing help, gets sealed up right at the timeline. But look at that pass, Carl. One more to Harrison, up and for 2. And the Lady Mustangs just refuse to be denied. They have taken advantage of every corner and crevice that University has afforded them. And now a full timeout is going to be taken here by University. 15-12 your score here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll take a moment and talk to you about the Sports Network. If you're watching this game on BreezeLine or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available live online. They're easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television to find the archived broadcasts, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for live games. Facebook.com, South Union TV. The South Union Township supervisors, of course, helped to make this possible, and we thank them for the opportunity to be here with you. Don't forget, again, Facebook.com/South Union TV. I know many of you probably joining us on YouTube right now, but there are multiple ways to find our broadcasts, and we're looking forward to being back here with you Thursday when Southmoreland journeys down from Scottsdale, Pennsylvania to take on the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs. That is a 7:30 tip. But who knows, Carl, if Winter Storm Dice really strikes us, we may not have school at all next week.
Yeah, from the sounds of things, it's a very likely possibility.
Early holiday break. I don't know what else to do, Carl. It's out of my hands. Whitney Cox gets the ball out of her hands, goes to Bischoff. Little drive here through the paint. She goes up, no good. May have been blocked there. Ball going to be secured by Harris. She gets it to Swartfager. Swartfager weaving past Bischoff, who tried to reach in and take the ball away. Gets it to Price here. Bischoff with her. Back up top to Harris. Now opposite wing. They get the ball back to Swartfager. Up top to Price. Price going to let go of a long two-point shot there. No good. Rebound tracked down by Morosco. She goes back to Price on the wing. Here's a quick one to Harris. Harris for 3. This one's wide and goes out of play. And so your score will hold at 15-12 with 54 seconds to play. Hall will send this one in. Whitney Cox, her only target. Cox going to turn and stare down Swartfager and Price. Thought maybe for 1 second they would spring the trap on her. They do not. Here's Cox. Little fake shot there. She goes to Hall. Back up top. This is Patterson. Patterson off the screen. Going to let go of a long two of her own. And indeed, it is worth just two, but it's good. And Patterson is in the scorebook, her first made bucket of this game. Price across the timeline looking for Swartfager. Finds her. Pop-out pass. Morosco with a three-point look on the way, no good. And then Cox and Price will collide. This one going to go against Price. 23 seconds to play here in quarter one. A good first quarter, despite some fine shooting from University. Laurel Highlands has been technically sound and has really exploited every opportunity they've got. Right now, University just looking for a shot. They're going to get one inside from Van Scoy. I think maybe she was forgotten about down there. And Van Scoy now has 5 points. That's going to do it here for quarter number one. 19-12 after one quarter of play in favor of University, coming to us from Morgantown, West Virginia. Monongalia County in West Virginia, home to about 105,000 people, actually has 3 high schools. Typically, you only hear about University and Morgantown, of course, because they are associated with the city of Morgantown. But Monongalia County is a very large county. Most of the county is directly south of Fayette County, but there is a relatively significant portion that is south of Greene County, Pennsylvania, and there is a third high school, the smallest of the 3 by far. It is a middle school, high school. It is located south of Greene County. But, of course, University, relatively large high school, has about 1,400 students here with us today, and this game again being moved up so everyone can get home safely in the face of Winter Storm Dice. I hope he doesn't mind us calling that. I think it's a compliment.
It's funny how we always name the tragic storms, but we never name nice days.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell Bill this if he's listening. I'll pick a nice day at the end of June when it's a sunny, beautiful day, and we'll call that Sunny Day Dice.
I'm sure he doesn't mind, though. If we were using C's, I would be very happy to
Winter Storm Carl. Now, something about that, Carl, I feel like we must have had a Winter Storm Carl at some point in the past because that phrase seems very familiar.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Corner look here for Price. She pulls down the shot, and she's going to travel here as she was looking to get this one to Paschke. On the floor right now for the Mustangs. In addition to Price and Paschke, we have Brooks, Harris, Swartfager, so the original starting lineup for the Mustangs here in quarter two, and nearly the original starting lineup for University. Fox on the floor right now with Patterson, Bischoff, Hall, and Cox. No, check that, no Cox. This is actually Leela Riffle in the game and posting up inside right now looking for the basketball. Riffle has some size. She's going to come out and screen Swartfager. Now Fox will drive, gets cut off there. Good help defense by Harris. She has to move the ball back out to Bischoff. Bischoff, difficult baseline drive, can't get it to go. And Brooks, who has just been tremendous on the glass tonight, gets another rebound. This one, though, going to go back to University. Score is 19-12. We're a minute into the second quarter. Hall trying to swing this one in. Ball bounces back out to Bischoff off a few deflections, and then they reset this with Fox. Bree Fox going to move it toward us. Quick one to Patterson, then Bischoff. Bischoff wants the three ball. This one skips off the rim, no good. Riffle nearly had the rebound, but guess who's at the bottom of the pile? Again, it's Maddie Brooks.
She's putting in some work today, isn't she?
My goodness. She is just there every time.
It's nice when you have a player like that that'll get their hands dirty and
yes,
go get the ball for you.
And the travel committed here Laurel Highlands is Isabella Paschke, the 5'6" junior. Unfortunately traveling. She was looking for Brooks there, who was breaking down the court. Fox, handoff to Bischoff. Bischoff wants another three. This one also won't go. Swartfeger rebounds. 6:25 to play. Taylor Swartfeger, the leading scorer for the Lady Mustangs. Gets this one to Price. Price pulls it back out from the elbow. Man-to-man look here for University. Swartfeger going to direct traffic. Moves this one our way to Harris. Little cut through. Gets it to Price. Price is going to carry the basketball. I don't know that I saw that, but the officials have a better view than I do. The Mustangs continuing to work left to right here in a white uniform. Blue and red trim. University in red, gold, and black working right to left. As we shared earlier, University lists their official colors as crimson, black, and old gold. Here's Fox. Won't get that one to go. Swartfeger with the rebound, and she's going to be fouled inside. I believe they've got Riffle here on a hold. Nope, they'll go against Patterson. Checking in for Laurel Highlands, number 31, Samantha Williams, a 6'1" junior. So with Riffle in the game offering some height, Williams is going to step in and see if she can't counter that. Turnover here at center court. Coming back, Fox trying to lead in. Hall could not quite get the ball where they wanted, and this will be a turnover with 5:37 to play in the first half.
Something I just picked up on that Fox was doing. If you're a defender for Laurel Highlands, I always look for things as a defender that somebody might indicate they're doing that give you a strength. And I noticed that she had wiped her feet before she took that drive on that last play. You see little things like that. Her wiping her feet, trying to get extra grip. Good indicator that she's, getting ready to try to make a move to the hoop, try to drive.
That's a good point, Carl. That's a very good point. I've seen a few of the players actually do that just over the last few minutes, so I wonder maybe if there is something about the court today that some are not crazy about. Here's a deflection that goes right to Williams. Laurel Highlands coming up with the steal. Swartfeger going to go to her right, charges right past Fox. Now driving the lane, pop-out pass to Harris. Harris trying to get this one to Price. Price from high post. Jumper on the way, goes in and out. Rebound pulled down by Van Scoy. Van Scoy and Cox both just checked back in. Bischoff, Hall, and Fox staying on the floor for University. Here's Fox on the drive off the wing. Wild combat shot on the way. This one no good. Rebound is going to go to Fox. Off a hand or two. Fox swings it our way. Whitney Cox, corner three, no good. A collision on the floor sent a few players to the floor, but there is no whistle. And Brooks going to check back in for Williams. Williams gave a good couple of moments there. And right now, University believes the basketball should be theirs. Head coach Sammy Lusk signaling that that ball was tipped. Laurel Highlands going to keep it, though. I do think that's probably the right call. Price our way to Swartfeger. University offering some zone pressure here. Now they spring the trap. Swartfeger comes charging through to save a loose ball. Gets it to Harris. One more. And this is going to generate a foul call. Good look there by Paschke, who did not hesitate to turn and shoot. And she is smacked down by Whitney Cox. And a chance for two shots here. Paschke already with 2 points today. First shot on the way for her is good. 19-13, Laurel Highlands picking up, Carl, can you believe it, the first point of this quarter. It was 19-12 at the end of the first. It's 19-13. Now it's 19-14.
I don't believe it. Sorry, it took me a second to process.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of action, but just no scoring.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes in.
Van Scoy, little give and go to Whitney Cox, and this one comes off of Whitney's hands. I had a chance many years ago to coach Whitney Cox in some youth leagues, and Whitney, great young lady. Plenty of energy, that's for sure, and a wonderful shot. We've seen that once already sink for her this afternoon, so the Lady Mustangs will want to keep an eye on that. Harris for three, no good, and it's going to be Whitney Cox who pulls down the rebound. Cox going to take it to her left now. A big leading pass to Van Scoy. She lifts one back out to Bischoff. No good on that look. Van Scoy momentarily got the rebound, but then Price took it away, and Price is going to get this one to Harris. One more to Brooks, and Brooks got a little too far under the glass, but Swartfager's here to clean it up. She turns around, goes up for two, no good, and a tie-up for the rebound. On the tie-up, Swartfager and Bischoff. This one will go to University. University coming to us today from Morgantown, West Virginia. Morgantown is the third most populated city in West Virginia, and Monongalia County, where you'll find Morgantown, is the third most populated county. Here's in West Virginia. Here's Fox turning around, following the rebound. Cannot get that one to go. Swartfager with the rebound. The tie-up is going to go this time, I believe, to the Lady Mustangs. It will. The only cities in West Virginia right now, as per the last census, larger than Morgantown are the state capital, Charleston, which is the largest city in the state, Huntington, Morgantown with roughly 20,000 fewer people than either of those places. Lead in here to Price. Price trying to find some space in the paint. Shot won't go. Fox gets the rebound. Just 2:48 to play here in quarter two, and we have seen 2 points scored in this quarter. Van Scoy looking to make it 5, and there it is. A big made three makes it 22-14. Van Scoy now has got 8 points.
Hawks have some good shooters on the outside wings.
Van Scoy actually leads all scorers right now for either team, and here's a still by Fox. This could be trouble. Price trying to catch up. Price goes up for a block, cannot quite get there, and Fox drops in two. 24-14, the Lady Mustangs looking for an answer. They trail by 10 with 2:06 to play. Swartfager trying to lead in Price. Fox had a beat on it. Little collision here. Swartfager comes out with a shot on the way. This one is no good. Score will hold 24-14. Thank you, as always, for joining us on the South Union Township Sports Network. Thank you for those of you joining us from West Virginia. We're told quite a few folks from the Morgantown area, even from the Preston County area, would be joining us for this contest, so thank you for that. Van Scoy moves this one to Hall. Three-point look on the way, no good. Rebound going to be pulled down by Whitney Cox. Cox goes up top to Fox. Fox is going to quarterback the play here. Calls for a screen, but decides not to take it. Actually goes opposite side of the court to Van Scoy, who then gets it back out to Fox. Deep three on the way. This one, you know, I was going to say that one could bring rain. Maybe it's going to bring snow today. That one was near the ceiling. Foul going to be called here on Van Scoy. So one thing working for Laurel Highlands, I don't know that it's going to come into play with only 79 seconds left in the second quarter, but there are 3 team fouls against University. Laurel Highlands would shoot at 5. Swartfager waiting for the play to develop, goes to Brooks. Cutting through was Harris. Ball gets knocked away, going to go to Hall. Hall leading the charge, goes to Van Scoy. Van Scoy, little scoop shot here, no good. Gets her own rebound, then loses it. Gets it out to Cox, one more to Hall. This is a long two. This one hard off the glass, no good. Swartfager comes out with the rebound. The Lady Mustangs looking for a bucket here to cut into this deficit. Swartfager fires one out to the corner to Harris. This one no good. Rebound pulled down by Cox. Cox, big leading pass to Fox, and the Hawks score 2 more. Carl, I'm starting to sound like Dr. Seuss over here. Cox to Fox, and the Hawks score 2, and it's 26-14.
I love it. Big Dr. Seuss fan here. Keep it coming.
Swartfager on the wing with 15 seconds to go, 26-14. Swartfager gets this one to Price. Price seemingly was slapped there, but there is no call. Now Cox is going to lead Van Scoy on the pass. Van Scoy gets 2, and right now University is on a roll. 28-14 going to be your halftime score. Keep in mind, not that long ago, there had been no scoring in quarter number 2. And just like that, University turns it on for 9 in the final 2.5 minutes or so. We're going to take a short break here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be back in a few minutes with your halftime report, and then after that, quarter number 3, live here from Laurel Highlands High School. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School, the Harold Horse Taylor Memorial Gymnasium. We want to thank our South Union Township Sports Network sponsors this afternoon: Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, and the South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Let's take a look at your halftime scoring. 28-14, University over Laurel Highlands right now. Score was 19-12 at the end of the first, meaning that over the course of the second quarter, University added 9 more, Laurel Highlands 2. Individual scoring, we'll start with University. Leading all scorers right now, Taylor Van Scoy, who has 10, and certainly, as I had mentioned to Carl earlier, one element of Taylor's game that I really appreciate is the fact that she's done some damage from just about everywhere. She's got a made foul shot, 1 of 1 from the foul line, has a made three-pointer as well. Bree Fox has 7, Cheyenne Bischoff 6, Whitney Cox 3, Rachel Patterson 2 for Sammy Lusk and his University Lady Hawks. On the Laurel Highlands side, for head coach Rick Hill, we've got 3 players with 4 points: Chloe Price, Taylor Swartfager, and Isabella Paschke, and 1 player, Haven Harris, with 2. And that is your scoring so far to this point at halftime here at Laurel Highlands High School. And as expected, the snow has begun to fly. We thought we would see snow in the Uniontown area around 2:30 p.m. That has held true. If you're watching this game on Breezeline or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available live online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television to find the archived broadcasts, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for live games. Facebook.com/South Union TV. During halftime, we had an opportunity to hear at the Laurel Highlands High School inside the gym Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney, which is one of my favorite Christmas songs. That song originally recorded back in 1980 as part of a solo effort by Paul McCartney, his album McCartney 2, which was released immediately following the Wings' final album. Of course, Paul, a founding member of the Wings after his time with the Beatles. Carl, do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I knew he was going to ask me that, and not one in particular. I kind of equally like them all together. There's not one that I don't really dislike, so I can't give you one off the top of my head that I prefer over the others, though.
Yeah, I think I probably feel the same way. There's several that I would put near the top of the list. I don't know that I have a definite favorite. I really like some of the Bing Crosby standards that probably everyone knows. Certainly you know Bing Crosby's voice. Bing was a one-time minority owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he from the area?
I don't believe he was from this area. And I'm also not certain as to how he came in to the ownership of that minority stake, but I wish he was around to maybe buy back a minority stake. Third quarter underway.
As do a lot of Pittsburgh fans.
University working left to right. Laurel Highlands now will be right to left. University in the black, crimson, and old gold. Here's Hall moving it out to Cox. Whitney Cox on the drive. Scoops this one up. No good. Rebound goes to Taylor Swartfager. Laurel Highlands in a white uniform. Blue and red trim, red number. Taylor Swartfager looking to get Laurel Highlands going here. This one not over yet. Price going to move it up top to Brooks. Brooks coming our way to Swartfager. Swartfager cut off by Hall on the drive. Now wants to try it again. Goes left, has the ball poked away by Bischoff at the last moment. And Mr. Guthrie, the baseline official, will signal that this one was off a University hand. On the floor right now for the Lady Mustangs, Brooks, Paschke, Swartfager, Price, This one on the way from Swartfager and good, and a big made shot there. Harris, by the way, the other Lady Mustang on the floor right now. And a huge made shot for Swartfager. Bischoff trying to get two back, and she will. Bischoff now with 8 points. Swartfager with 7 following that made three, 30-17. But again, plenty of time left here in this game. 6:47 remaining in the third quarter. Coming our way to Brooks. On the floor right now for University, by the way. Their original starting lineup. All 5 original starters in the game, as with Laurel Highlands. Drive from Price. This one off the glass, no good. Hall with the rebound. Hands it off to Fox. Fox down the center lane here. And seemingly just flips the ball out of play. I don't think that hit a Lady Mustang on the way out.
No, I think she just lost control of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe she wanted to not shoot. She had gone up maybe to shoot and tried to flip that ball out as a pass at the last moment. Swartfager on the drive, working on Bischoff. Last second pass to Brooks. Brooks wrestles it away from Cox. Now they swing it around to Price. Price across high post. Gets it to Swartfager on the drive. Floats one up at the block. This one rolls across the rim and out of play. And off the hands of Brooks.
They just can't get some of those shots to fall for them, can they?
No, they cannot. Unfortunately, Swartfager working hard inside there. Nearly had one. Bischoff, short corner. Jump shot on the way. This one no good. Brooks and Fox tied up for the rebound. Brooks just takes the basketball away. Outlet pass is nearly jumped, but then Swartfager and Fox are tied up over that one. And this one will be awarded to Laurel Highlands. If you weren't with us for the first half, University comes into this contest 2-1. Laurel Highlands 1-3. University coming to us from Morgantown, West Virginia. Monongalia County, just south of Fayette. Here's Paschke sending it our way to Harris. Harris drives to near the baseline, then needed help. Turned around, got a pass out to Price. Price to Swartfager, top of the key immediately there. Nearly drawing double coverage for just a second. Then Van Scoy faded away to pick up Price. Ball goes to Paschke, now up top to Brooks. Fox there with her. Fox will roll through and then trade with Van Scoy. Price with the basketball. Van Scoy trying to poke it away, and she will. And then Price will reach in and fouls Van Scoy. Laurel Highlands picking up their win recently over Albert Gallatin. 43-31. Losses coming to Connellsville, Taylor, Alderdice, South Park. University with wins over Fairmont Senior and Bridgeport. And a loss to Morgantown. The Mohegans beating the Hawks 70-31. Fox looping around on the wing. Now gets it to Bischoff. And here's Hall, baseline jumper, and she hits one. Hall's first points of the day. And she is on the board. Score now 32-14. 4:32 to play. Here's Harris. Good fake here. Coming our way to Swartfager. Swartfager now to Price. Price on the drive against Van Scoy. And what a shot by Chloe Price. Wow, that was impressive. And Price now has 6 points, just twisting her body and lifting the ball over Van Scoy's head. Here's Whitney Cox on the drive, off the glass for 2, and now Cox has 5. 2 more for Whitney. 34-19. Cox had hit a three-pointer in the first half, one of many that University hit to open the game. A couple of those also coming from Cheyenne Bischoff, and one from Bree Fox as well. Swartfager gets the screen, then draws a double team, moves this out to Harris. Back to Swartfager in the corner. Taylor Swartfager just no good. So close there. That one rattles off the rim. Coming back the other way. This one is going to be off of Cox's hands and out of play. Taylor has got a really good shot, and I thought that one had a chance. Just did not quite get there. 34-19 the score holds. 3:36 to play. Swartfager right across the LH here at the Harold Horse Taylor Memorial Gymnasium. Goes to Harris on the wing. Harris going to hand it off to Paschke. Paschke back to Swartfager. Swartfager looking inside to Brooks. Brooks battling as she has this entire game. And Fox is going to jump the pass as Brooks went out to Harris, and Harris wanted to go to Paschke, and Fox read it and drops it in for two, 36-19. 3:02 to play here in quarter number 3. Swartfeger gets a double screen, moves the ball to Paschke. 3-point look on the way, no good. Rebound, Price. Price, a quick putback, goes off the base of the rim. And then several players tied up with Hall for the rebound. This one will be called against number 1, Haven Harris, the 5'7" freshman guard. Fox moves this one away from us to Van Scoy. Then to Whitney Cox. Cox for 3 off the wing. This one's good. And Cox with another basket this half. Now has 8 points. 39-19. Swartfeger to Price on the wing. Van Scoy steps out to close her out. Williams back in the game. Quick pass to her. Then Williams moves this ball top of the key to Brooks. Brooks' pass nearly gets away. Then Price does step on the sideline to save it. Leela Riffle will check back in. We saw Riffle in the first half for University.
I think you're seeing with the Mustangs a lot of the younger players taking those larger roles and just not finding who to run the offense through, it seems like.
As we mentioned in the first half, some turnover here as Fox buries a 3 for University. But certainly the Lady Mustangs do have some pieces returning. We've seen Taylor Swartfeger and the energy that she brings to the team. She, of course, is back, and there's a timeout taken by Laurel Highlands. We've seen Chloe Price have a lot of success in the past. She's in her sophomore year, had some time as a freshman. Brooks and Paschke, of course, both have helped in the past as well, and Brooks has looked really, really good today. Paschke with 4 points. So I think probably, Carl, the Lady Mustangs right now at this point in the season, as they take a 30-second timeout, still looking for their footing, but I think the pieces are here for them to pull together a good unit, maybe a team that will rely on their speed. And certainly it looked in the first half early on, their fine-tuning.
Right.
They looked very disciplined, made some good passes. We saw them passing through traps, and
I think it's more so just
they look very quick.
building upon what I said. I would say more so there's a little bit of hesitation from some of the younger players to take certain shots.
42-19 with 1:39 to play. Haven Harris to Swartfeger. Swartfeger up top to Price. Price going to direct traffic. Gets it to Harris on the wing. One more to Swartfeger in the corner. Swartfeger brings this one out. Fox with her step for step. Moves it opposite wing to Brooks. Now back up top, Price. Whitney Cox with her. Price thought about a drive, went to Harris. Now back up top to Swartfeger. 1:10 to play. A long possession here for Laurel Highlands. Price passes through the zone, gets this one out to Harris, and Harris knocks down a 3. And it took a moment, but Laurel Highlands finds a shot they like, and Haven Harris now has 5 points this afternoon. A big shot there, 42-22. Whitney Cox to Bree Fox. Fox going to size up the situation. Nearly her entire team dropped back to the baseline there. Sort of a ISO type set. I don't know that Taylor Swartfeger is the defender I want to run that against. You really need to have some confidence in yourself. Checking in for Laurel Highlands, number 3, Gracie Seaside. Seaside, a freshman, listed at 5'9". Turn and shoot opportunity here for Riffle, and Riffle's on the book. She's got 2, 44-22 with 30 seconds to play here at Laurel Highlands High School. Swartfeger gets one out to Harris. Harris, nice drive and a floater. No good on the shot, though. Rebound is going to go to Seaside. who gets one out to Price. Price cut off by Van Scoy. And now Van Scoy is going to take the basketball away. And Swartfager gets it right back as Van Scoy lost her footing. She goes to Price. Price goes up for two, and Price is fouled. Shot is no good. Van Scoy, frustrated here, turns and looks at her bench and lifts her hands into the air. Price with a chance to shoot two here. First one just rolls off the front of the rim, no good. 6.8 seconds to play. 6 points for Price. And now 7. Price will get a breather here as Haley Benko checks in. Benko also a freshman. Fox, good looking crossover here. Dribbles across the three-point arc, then lets go of a jumper, and that's going to bring the third quarter to a conclusion. 44-23 is your score at the end of three quarters. We'll take a short break here on the South Union Township Sports Network, and we'll be back for your final quarter of play. Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Please be safe out there, as the National Weather Service has issued during that break between quarters yet another reminder of the potential for significant snowfall across Fayette County this afternoon and evening from what we have named Winter Storm Dice. And if the National Weather Service would like to adopt that moniker for this particular system, they are welcome to do so. Carl and I don't even need to receive credit. We're just doing our part as Pennsylvanians. Here's Fox. Little jump shot on the way from the peg. That one is good. And Fox has 14 tonight.
She's an impressive point guard.
Yeah, she's done really well. Very quick.
Nice
very
handles. Quick. Creates a lot of separation for her teammates.
Swartfager to Paschke. Paschke waiting for Harris to step up. Now to Swartfager on the wing. Back to Price. Price on the drive will be fouled here by Bree Fox. No, check that. Foul against Cheyenne Bischoff, and the ball will come in from the baseline. Haven Harris, who's got 5 points in this one for Laurel Highlands, goes to Williams in the paint. Williams, a quick little shot, and she'll get fouled. Shot was no good, but she'll go to the foul line here. Samantha Williams, the 6'1 junior.
I like that Laurel Highlands is getting to the free throw line more.
Yeah, they have. They have been there certainly more often than University. University has really not been there at all this afternoon. First shot from Williams, no good. The snow system we have right now is an Alberta Clipper system, which means this particular, as Williams lets this one go, no good. Rebound going to be pulled down by University. This particular system formed over Alberta and moves across the Great Lakes. These systems happen at least somewhat occasionally in the wintertime. They don't tend to bring a great deal of precipitation themselves. They develop that precipitation over the Great Lakes, and they tend to intensify lake effect snow. And this is going to be an offensive foul against Riffle for sure. Ball will go back to Laurel Highlands. So these systems can be very quick moving, and they also tend to be very low pressure, even as this storm is coming into Pennsylvania. It's no surprise that western Pennsylvania, essentially west of the Allegheny Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains if you prefer, will be receiving the bulk of the precipitation. Of course, the Great Lakes, the area of Erie, Pennsylvania, Buffalo, New York, also expecting to see significant snowfall from this system. But Fayette County is really right in the path of Winter Storm Dice, the center of that path. The outlet pass here following Williams' shot, no good. But University able to maintain control. Three-point look for Hall is off the mark, and Fox not quite able to get the rebound. Fox not pleased with that as she felt the ball had perhaps gone off of Swartfager. (46-23). Chloe Price leading in Swartfager. Bischoff able to reach in and knock that ball away. The Lady Mustangs save it. Hall out with Price. Price on the drive, makes some contact, tries to float up a shot, no good. And apparently the basketball caught a University player on the way out and struck the line before it could be saved by Harris. So Harris will step out between the N&G and Mustangs and send in a pass. She tries to go to Williams. Pass was a bit too wide, and Riffle comes up with it. Riffle pass to Bischoff off the front of the rim, no good. Riffle with the rebound, could not quite do much with it. Tried to get one back up, then Williams was able to deflect a would-be rebound away. So Laurel Highlands basketball. Swartfager gets a pass in our way to Brooks. Brooks going to drive it, and we get an offensive foul.
Oh, that's tough after a nice aggressive drive like that.
And that's a shame because Brooks did a good job there at securing the pass and finding some space to drive. Ball moved into Fox. Bree Fox with Swartfager trailing with her step for step here. Fox looking for help. Riffle going to come and screen. Gets a piece. Fox then lets go of a jumper. This one will not go. Rebound goes to Price. Now Price right on the baseline. Could not find help and loses the ball to the baseline with 5:16 to play. Fox gets one to Bischoff. Bischoff on the drive, gets fouled and flips up a shot. And Bischoff will be going to the foul line for the first time today.
I thought that was going to fall for her.
I did too, because she had a nice angle on it. First one from Bischoff in a 46-23 ball game on its way, and no good. We'd like to thank our sponsors this afternoon, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and agent David Hughes, SWGI specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, the Laurel Highlands girls basketball boosters, and the second shot also no good. We also want to thank the South Union Township supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Laurel Highlands with 5 minutes to play in this game, looking for a strong finish. Van Scooley trying to take that one away from Price, could not quite get there. Now Swartfager is going to be fouled by Patterson, seemingly by Rachel Patterson. And it is Rachel Patterson with the push, and that's going to send Swartfager to the line. Swartfager back at the line for the first time since the early stages of the game, where she is now 3 of 4. Second one on the way, and good too. Bree Fox working against Swartfager with 4:43 to play. Fox has been good today, as has Swartfager. Screen here, and we're going to see a foul called against Swartfager. That's a tough call Carl, I suppose it's the correct call because Schwartzfeger was in motion, but Fox absolutely established the contact there. Cox with a three-point shot off the wing, no good. Van Scoy gets the rebound, gets it back to Cox. Cox looking inside to Riffle, but Schwartzfeger comes away with a loose basketball. Riffle could not quite handle the pass. 4:23 to play. 46-25 in favor of University. Again, University coming to us from Morgantown, West Virginia. Schwartzfeger to the far wing. We mentioned earlier Monongalia County, where you'll find West Virginia, the third most populous county in the state. If you dropped Fayette County, Pennsylvania, into West Virginia, Cox denying the pass here to Price, but Price is going to save it and shoots a three high off the side of the rim. Cox with the rebound, fires a pass down to Fox, and Fox lays one in for two, and the Hawks lead 48-25. But if you dropped our Fayette County into West Virginia, our county would be the second most populous county in the state of West Virginia, behind only Kanawha County, where you'll find the state capital, Charleston. Of course, West Virginia has their own Fayette County, so maybe we do Fayette County and Fayette County 2 in that scenario. Here's Schwartzfeger off the wing, working against Cox. Now a screen coming from Paschke, and that's going to let Schwartzfeger lift a three up off the front of the rim, no good. Gets her own rebound, and is then going to be fouled here right in front of Mr. Guthrie. A blocking foul called against Van Scoy. And as that is 5 fouls against University in this quarter.
I think moving forward, LH looked pretty good moving the ball around and keeping players moving and trying to get open, but I'd like to see them be a little bit more aggressive and try to get to the free throw line more.
Schwartzfeger has been very good there, that's for certain, Carl. This is her fourth trip. I was going to say third. This is her fourth trip to the foul line.
She's 5 for 6, is that correct?
She is. She is now, yeah.
Yeah, if you could get her to the free throw line like 3 or 4 more times a game, that would be a big benefit for them.
And now she's 6 for 7. Whitney Cox going to lead the charge. Entry pass here to Van Scoy. Quick handoff to Fox, and Fox gets the bucket and is fouled. Fox now has 18. And Coach Lusk is emptying his bench here. Patterson back in. Chloe King checks in. Number 12, Reagan Martin, also in for University. And Fox gets the foul shot. That was only, in this entire game, the 4th foul shot taken by University. Schwartzfeger has taken 7 by herself. Here's Harris. Jumper on the way, no good. Schwartzfeger gets the rebound. Battling inside, goes up for 2, gets a rebound again, is really fighting hard and will draw a foul finally inside.
They must have heard me up here, huh?
I think so, Carl. Schwartzfeger refused to give up on that, but that's no surprise. That is exactly the type of play we have seen out of Taylor years past. First shot on the way and good. Taylor Schwartzfeger, who is a junior, played very meaningful minutes as a freshman and was an integral part of last year's team. Second shot on the way, also good. And we're going to see a timeout taken here. Full timeout taken by Laurel Highlands. We want to thank you again for joining us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, and the South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott have made this possible for you today. Happy birthday from the South Union Township Sports Network to actor Steve Buscemi, born today in 1957. Happy birthday to former NFL player Gary Zimmerman, born today in 1961. Gary, a longtime offensive lineman for the Denver Broncos. And happy birthday to the one and only Taylor Swift, born today in 1989. Taylor, if you're listening, Carl and I really hope that you and Travis have a great day together. Do not let Winter Storm Dice ruin your birthday, Taylor. Do not let it happen.
Something tells me she's not around any snowstorms today.
2:50 to play. University working against some pressure here. This is Hall. Hall hands it off to Cox. Cox, great lead-in pass, and just a bit too deep for number 15, Chloe King. King could not quite turn around in time to lay that one in. Price going to come our way to Swartfager, and another big made basket for Taylor, who has really done some damage here in the second half. Swartfager, just a lot of fun to watch as Whitney Cox challenged here by Swartfager. Moving screen, but no whistle. Ball going to be moved our way, and University again comes up just short on a layup. 2:06 to play. Price to Swartfager. Swartfager wants one more. Uh-oh, Carl. She is bringing down the snow now. Another made three. Taylor Swartfager really heating up. 51-35. Swartfager nearly gets the steal. Whitney Cox coming back the other way. Cox looking for help. Gets this one to Hall. Taylor Swartfager has been excellent this quarter. Really the entire second half. Really the entire game. Whitney Cox, nice pass here. Leading in number 15, that's Chloe King. And King on the book now with that bucket, 53-35. Cox, a beautiful behind the back, almost no look style pass. Harris to Price. Price cuts through the paint, goes up for two. This one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by Cox, and then Cox fouled here. .111 to play. And that's now 5 fouls against the Lady Mustangs, so Whitney Cox will step up to the foul line here. Whitney has 8 this afternoon. First one on the way and good. Substitutions for the Lady Mustangs as well. Brooks back in, Morosco in. Abby Grady also in for Laurel Highlands. Second one for Cox, off the front of the rim and then down. So Whitney Cox has 10, 55-35. Morosco thinking about a shot on the wing, nearly has this one stolen by King, gets it back to Swartfager, this one off the front of the rim. I didn't think Taylor was going to miss in this quarter. 55 seconds to play now. University working back to the right. Deep three-point look for the Lady Hawks. No good here. Quick rebound inside. Ball going to come this way to Cox. 42 seconds to play. A great-looking pass over traffic to King. King lays one in and gets two more. Cox picks up another assist. 57-35 with 30 seconds to play in the contest. Swartfager, who has been electric here, drives to the short corner on the baseline. Tries to skip a pass out to Grady, but the ball is taken away by University. 13 seconds on the clock. Lead pass to Whitney Cox. Quick one here. And a drop in. No, this one goes across the rim and out. Reagan Martin so very close. Laurel Highlands may get one last shot. Brooks on the way, and this one's off the glass. Oh, my, I thought that one was going to go down, Carl. That was a good-looking shot with some lift on it from Maddie Brooks. Final score, 57-35. We'll take a very short break here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We're talking maybe just a minute. We'll be right back with your final stats here from Laurel Highlands High School. Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network, where the University Lady Hawks win 57-35 over the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs. Scoring for the Lady Mustangs, Taylor Swartfager, 19 points. She did not miss from the foul line in the second half and had only one miss from the foul line the entire contest. She was great today. Chloe Price, 7 points. Haven Harris, 5. Isabella Paschke, 4 points for the Lady Mustangs, who will unfortunately drop to 1-4 after today's game. Improving to 3-1, the University Lady Hawks, they were led by Bree Fox. Bree Fox had a great second half. She had 7 points at halftime. She's going to end up today with a grand total of 19, and she really did damage from just about everywhere on the floor. Some fast breaks, a couple of made threes, made a foul shot as well. 10 points for Taylor Van Scoy, 10 points for Whitney Cox, 8 for Cheyenne Bischoff, 2 for Rachel Patterson, 2 for Isabella Hall, 2 for Leela Riffle, and 4 points for Chloe King, who came in just the last few minutes, and King received some beautiful passes from Whitney Cox to drop in a couple of buckets at the very end there. So Chloe King ends up with 4 points. We want to thank you, as always, for checking us out on the South Union Township Sports Network. We want to thank our sponsors again, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, and the South Union Township Supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Carl, now you and I just have to worry about braving the wrath of Winter Storm Dice and making it home okay.
Thankfully, neither one of us has far to go.
No, thankfully we do not have far to go, and certainly the storm's still in its very early stages, although I will share this with you before we conclude the broadcast. Right now, the National Weather Service has issued a statement saying that in portions of Fayette, this is northern Fayette, along the Monongahela River, and in Washington County, PA, there is an especially powerful band moving through that area that is dropping up to 3/4 of an inch of snow per hour, which will very quickly cover roadways. So please be safe out there today as you travel to and from, and hopefully you don't have to travel at all. Today's game on the South Union Township Sports Network has been a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, final score today, 57-35 in favor of University for Carl Childs. I'm Joshua Scully. You'll hear us next time. We are back Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. tip, Southmoreland and Laurel Highlands WPIAL girls basketball here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Be safe and have a great night.